welcome back to my channel. How are you guys doing? Welcome, guys. Hey, people. How are you? Welcome, guys, to my channel. Welcome. How was your day? I hope you had a blissful one. At least, maybe manageable. I don't pray for a bad day for anyone. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you guys doing? It's me, your girl Fosti Onyi, and you're welcome once again to my channel, Fosti Onyi Media, where we talk about trending topic, entertainment topics. We just gist, we vibe, do all that. We give our reactions, we cover reality TV. You understand? So today we have a gist on our table. We are talking about Peggy Ovire and her ex-husband, Frederick Leonard. Or is it Leonard? Okay, Frederick Leonard. I think that's the correct pronunciation. So welcome guys to my channel. Let's do this. Peggy Ovire and her ex-husband Frederick are going through a divorce, and as it's turning out to be, is becoming quite a messy one at that. And a lot of people have a lot to say about both parties. Apparently, what is causing this issue is that Peggy Ovire is accusing her husband of stepping out on her in the marriage. She's accusing him of cheating on her with his best friend, who is also a married woman, a mother of four. Guys, it's really a messy situation. So we want to talk about the story today, dissect it, what's up, what's going on with them, and all that good stuff. For those of you who don't know who Peggy Ovire is, Peggy Ovire is a Nollywood actress, a very good and talented actress at that. She also doubles as a producer because she has produced a couple of movies and all that. Her ex-husband, Frederick Leonard, is also an actor, producer, director, all that. You understand? There is really, they call him the film lord. You can just imagine that they call him that for a reason, because he's really vast in the movie industry in Nigeria, especially the Nollywood Asabawood. Just as the way we normally separate it. Once it comes to Nollywood, we have those guys that have specialized in, creating cinema movies and all that. Then we have the ones that just do these home videos. Then we also have the ones that do these YouTube movies now, because it's an in thing now in Nigeria. So Peggy Ovire and Frederick Leonard, they've dated for quite a long time. According to sources, I think they dated up to 7 years or thereabouts, if not more. So they were long time, partners. And in 2022 November, they decided to take it a step further and got married. And during that marriage, something significant happened, because that was when Peggy was really surprised. Peggy really surprised everybody. She went down on her knees. She was praising her husband, that he's a very good man, he doesn't cheat, this, that, and the other. She was saying a lot of things, praising this guy. And what made people to talk was that they've not really experienced, especially in this our culture, most Nigerian women are not always like that, to publicly praise their husband, and especially saying categorically that the husband doesn't cheat. Before a Nigerian woman will say that, you will know the extent to which she has, grounded herself and trusting that man for her to come out and say the husband doesn't cheat, she believes him and that. But guys, Peggy Ovire surprised us. She mentioned that, she said it, that her husband, Frederick Leonard, doesn't cheat. And a lot of people were like, are you sure? So now that she's coming out and pointing to a woman, exposing the best friend that she was the one that caused this rift in their marriage and this ongoing divorce, everybody is now like shocked and wondering what happened. You were the one that came out and told us that this man doesn't cheat. So what changed? What changed now? So guys, I just want to play a little clip concerning about when during the wedding. So that's clip of when Peggy was praising her husband. I want to play it so that at least we'll get a little inclination of why people are dragging her. Instead of people to pity her, they are dragging her. So let's just have a quick listen about it, guys, and we'll go from there. Hey people, as you come in, like this video, subscribe to the channel, guys.
I saw a man that was willing to make money. I saw a man that is not a womanizer. And most importantly, that is why I stayed for this long, babe. Please don't change.
Wow.
Frederick is one man I can beat my chest on, despite what everyone is saying, that he doesn't womanize. Sometimes I get on his nerves and he thinks that I'm taking him for granted. Baby, I'm not. I'm just, we can be silly sometimes. But I will love you. I will respect you. You will always be the crown on my head. You will be the man I ask for decisions before I make it. To everybody that you have fought my case for, God will fight your case for you. Thank you for waking up in the morning and say, babe, let's pray. Frederick, as much as you look good, you make me want to love God the more. Frederick doesn't stop praying. Sometimes I feel bad that I don't pray enough. Frederick wakes up in the morning, he prays. He wakes up at night, he's praying. And I said, this is a good man. And when I met Frederick, small thing, he had a girlfriend. But then I looked at his future and I said, this guy is going to make it. Peggy, stay. Until tomorrow, Frederick asked me, how did you know that I will get here? So to everybody, every young lady out there, if you have a guy that you like, you love him, he doesn't have money, please stay. Pray for him.
Guys, I just wanted us to see that clip.
Encourage him. That is all that I have done all these years. It got to a point I thought that Frederick would.
So guys, that was the clip of their wedding. And this clip broke the internet. As at that time. And trust Nigerians, they saved this clip because of how she mentioned in that clip then that he doesn't cheat with all confidence. They stored it for a day like this. So I don't really want to blame Peggy that much. Sometimes when you're dating a man, he shows you a version of himself that he wants you to really believe in. There are some of his bad characters that he would try to hide away from you if he's really into you as at that time, or if he really wants to get something out of you. Most men are very good at that. They would, suppress that their bad character and keep it away from you until after you're already in the marriage with them. So according to Peggy, this married woman who her name is it okay, guys, let me just get her name again, because that her name is kind of confusing. Okay, let me just see. Yes, She's known on Instagram as Angel Nikki. She's known on Instagram as Angel Nikki. Her real name Nkiru Ume. According to Peggy Ovire and what she's alleging, she said that this woman and her husband, they've been friends for a very long time. Friends for a very long time, guys. And the impression that Frederick Leonard gives to her is that the woman is his best friend. And Peggy, as at that time, she didn't think anything was wrong with their relationship because Frederick Leonard presented it that way to her. Frederick Leonard presented it that way to her. So she believed that she and that Frederick Leonard and her husband were just friends, not knowing that something was going on in the background between them. So, guys, according to what Peggy Ovire is alleging, Frederick Leonard and this woman, who is also married with 4 children, and her children are almost grown. Almost grown, guys. I think she has about 3 teenagers, and the last child is still like maybe between maybe prepubescent or something. But this woman is very, very married. And this is the same woman that Peggy Ovire is accusing her now ex-husband, Frederick Leonard, of dating. And a couple of months ago, in February, Peggy came on social media asking a series of questions. Those questions were kind of surprising because people on the internet as at that time did not know that Peggy Ovire and Frederick Leonard's marriage was shaky. They didn't know. What happened was that they were no longer seeing them together, during maybe Valentine or something like that, snapping pictures and all that. They were not seeing them together. And they were not questioning them individually that what happened. They were not saying anything. So when Peggy Ovire came out on social media with that her suspicious questions, a lot of people started, putting 1 and 2 together, and the suspicions now were now coming down to roost that maybe this relationship is faulty. Maybe this relationship and marriage is on the rocks. So that was when people were asking questions. And it now got out, according to the grapevine, that Peggy had moved out of the house months before she even came on social media to put that question that she was asking. And so let me read what Peggy wrote as at that time in February. She asked some silent questions. I read, she said, "What will you do if you find out that the man you're dating is sleeping with a married woman with kids? What will you do if you find out that the man that you are dating is sleeping with a married woman with kids?" And this Angel Nikki Ume woman is married and she has 4 kids. So let's keep on reading. "You asked him about it, but he totally denies it, saying that they are just friends, and you completely believed him. You eventually got married to him. Your husband always hypes the married woman in public, but privately, your husband tells you how local this his friend is, just to manipulate you so you will not suspect a thing. But one day, as God will have it, you got evidence and found out your husband and the said lady were never just friends. He has been sleeping with the married woman. They constantly meet up either in his apartment when he goes to work or in a hotel. She also leaves her husband's house to go meet him in his apartment and in hotels. Yet, this same man judges and castigates single girls who sleep with married men. Not long after getting married, you notice that he is now comparing you to his married side chick. You find out that he even visits her at home, unknowing to her husband. On some occasions, he visits while her husband is around because the married side chick's husband also believes your husband is just friends with his wife. Hey, imagine. This was the question that Peggy was asking then, and it surprised a whole number of people because, come on, are you trying to give us some gist in a funny way? Let us know. So people were like, Peggy, you better come out and you better talk. But Peggy did not want to say much as at that time. She left it at that. And internet now, we have our detectives that are always digging. So they got to work and they started digging. And they found out that Peggy Ovire had moved out of her husband's house months before she released these questions in February. With what she's alleging, that this man was friends with his married woman, this married woman. Her husband was friends with this married woman, calling her his bestie. The woman's husband also takes her husband, Frederick Leonard, as my wife's bestie. But come on, in this time and age, it's really difficult to see friends of the opposite sex, especially in this time and age that most people don't even regard marriage as anything. So unknowingly to Peggy, this woman was not just an ordinary friend to her husband. That is what she's alleging, that this woman was not just an ordinary friend, she was his lover. And what sparked up another round of another round of outburst from Peggy today was she posted a picture, a video rather. She posted a video where her husband, Frederick Leonard, and this said woman were going out in an event together. Guys. And that made her spark. Peggy was so upset. Peggy was so upset. She posted. She said, married woman, oh, shameless lots. Please don't avoid coming to customary court June 23rd for the second time. So apparently, they are in court for their divorce. And according to what Peggy is saying, Frederick has been running away from coming to court. Instead, he sends his lawyer. So he doesn't want to come to court. According to her, Frederick has been saying that he wants the divorce. Now that Peggy wants to grant him the divorce, he's not showing up. And she wants the divorce to be done and over with. She continued on her Instagram saying, you said you wanted a divorce, yet you didn't show up when you were served. Please don't avoid customary court for the second time on June 23rd because I'm coming with receipts, and let's make this divorce done and dusted so both of you can finally be together. So what she's alleging is that since Frederick Leonard and this his said bestie, who she's alleging to be his lover, since they are going out together, going to events, going out in public together, Frederick Leonard should just grant her divorce so that he can continue to be with his wife, or so that he can continue to be with this his lover. Guys, this story is messy and I'm just mixing it up because, come on guys, Peggy and Leonard, these are people that they dated for a long time, guys. They dated for a very long time. And people were thinking that as they got married, that marriage was going to last. People thought that the marriage was going to last because Peggy got married. Both of them, they got married late. Yeah. Frederick Leonard, if I'm not mistaken, he's closer to 50 years old. While Peggy is in her 40s. So it's not as if they got married so early or so young like that. They got married late in the contest, in the Nigerian contest now. They got married late. So people were expecting that this marriage should last. But with the situation of things on ground now, it's looking as if that is not the case. Guys, it's really crazy. It's really crazy. The way most people are taking marriages to be now, they don't really respect the sanctity of marriage. So Peggy continued lambasting him. She said, so-called traditional Igbo man with another Igbo man's wife with 4 children. Wow. You ran to a blogger that I was lying, but when you were served and saw details of my petition, you knew I had seen one out of many, yet refused to show up in court, but sent your lawyer. And guys, Frederick Leonard and this is alleged lover, they are not making things easy for anybody. During his birthday, this woman, Angel Nikki, also known as Nkiru Ume, posted on Frederick Leonard's page. She wrote, Ibobo Akaria, one and only fame lord at Frederick Leonard, not celebrating you on this special day should be considered a sin. May your new age bring you. And she was just writing. Hey, guys, this is really a crazy one. A crazy one. So she has always celebrated Frederick Leonard on his birthday, and Frederick Leonard also acknowledges her publicly. He also acknowledges her publicly. Because at that time, Peggy alleged so many things. She even said that this married side chick attended their wedding. She attended their wedding and she didn't think anything about it. She didn't, worry because she thought that they were just friends. But she now has evidence of them meeting up in hotels, doing stuff together, and Frederick Leonard now telling this woman that he misses her while he's still married to her. Guys, it's crazy. It's crazy. The way most people are trampling the sanctity of marriages now is crazy. So if you're not interested in getting married, that is why are you now getting married? That's my own point in all of this. If you're not going to respect the sanctity of marriage, then why go through that stress? Calling out a celebration, spending money, inviting people buying ashebi, doing a lot of things, stressing a lot of people when you know that you're not going to do the work that is needed for that marriage to, sustain. Why go through all that? Guys, it's really crazy. I just hope that they, go their separate ways. And now, what is surprising is that the husband of this married woman, he has not come out to say anything. Is he not aware of this whole thing that is happening? If at all any of it is true. Guys, it's crazy. That reminds me of an adage that, the older generations normally say, that men and women cannot just be friends. They do say that. So if you as a woman, a married woman, wants to have a friend, why should it be another man? Why don't it be a woman? And you're going up meeting this guy in hotels and all that, even as he got married, because of what is going on between you guys, the marriage could not stand. He could not focus on his wife because his attention is divided. And this woman, this alleged lover, she looks good though. She looks like someone that really takes care of herself, guys. So I don't know. I just hope that they sort out their issues. If the marriage is not working, Frederick Leonard, go and get this divorce over with so that Peggy can move on with her life. Exactly, she can move on with her life, and you continue what you're doing. If you're not interested in marriage, it's not by force. I don't know why you guys force yourself into something that you will not see through. You just get into marriage and you now start cheating. putting your partners and your spouses in emotional turmoil. Come on, imagine this scenario. Someone you call your husband, and his female best friend who is also married. You as the wife of that your husband, you will not really be bothered, because you'll be like, this woman is married, oh. Not knowing that she's just using that as a cover up. She and your husband are into stuff, doing stuff together. Guys, it's really a crazy situation. This is where I'm going to end this particular live stream, guys. I hope you put down your thoughts, your opinion in the comment section. What do you think about this whole thing? Do you think that what Peggy Ovire is alleging is true? Do you think that her husband is really, really cheating on her with this married woman? Do you think her husband is really cheating on her with this married woman? I think, let me just show you guys a video of that clip. Let me just show you a video of that clip. The clip that got Peggy that got Peggy upset, guys. Just look at it. Just look at it, guys. Just look at it. This is it. And she was so upset. She was so upset. Just look at it. Can you see? This is the woman. She looks good. So if they are now so bold of going out together in public, that shows that water don't pass Gario. What do you guys think? If they are now bold going out together, going to functions together, that means water don't pass Gary now. They should just wrap the whole thing up and call the marriage the end. Call it a day. So guys, put down your thoughts, your opinions in the comment section. Until I see you again in another live stream, please take care of yourself, love yourself, and bye-bye. Bye guys. Bye guys. Bye guys.